Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Martinez and we're going to talk about something different today, and it's going to be called angular momentum. Well, that's some pretty big words. What does it mean really? Well, it won't make much sense to you now, but if you're in the 8th grade or in high school, then you might come across it. It's kind of like math. It's something called physics. Now in physics, angular momentum has what we call a formula, and it looks like this. And to help you demonstrate how that works, I took my shoes off today because our goal today is to learn how to spin and what makes a good spin and how do we actually make our spin go faster. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and do a basic spin. We're going to start easy. I took my shoes off and I'm on a hard surface. I'm on my hardwood floor. This also works on tile, probably not so good on carpet. So we want to make sure we're on a smooth surface. Always make sure that you're being extra safe. Anything that you can fall over on or knock down in the home, clear it out of the way. Make sure you have personal space, not just for yourself, but for the objects in your home so you don't hurt them, you don't hurt yourself. Make sure safety is always number one, right? So we're going to get started. We're going to do a basic spin. And we're not going to use so much of our arms or our legs. We're just going to do a basic push off. I'm going to plant this leg here on the ground, and I'm going to use the other leg to push off. I'm going to try and spin and just face the other way. So I'm going to go and push off, spin, and face the opposite way. So now we're going to try it again, but this time let's see if we can do just one complete spin. So when I finish, I'll be facing you again. So let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and push off, and here I'm back again. Notice my arms went out a little bit. I do that so I can keep my balance, just like you would if you're bouncing on one leg, same thing. But now that you're spinning, you still need some of that so you don't fall over. So I put my arms out a little bit, go around, and I finish, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start using this formula one more time. And we're gonna start explaining some of how it works. So first, let's do one whole spin, and I want you to do something with your arms and leg this time. I want you to go ahead and put your arms all the way out. Make sure you have your personal space, you don't hit anything. And we're gonna put our leg out as well. So when we push off, we're gonna stick that foot out, and we're gonna go ahead and spin around. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Spin around, and I'm back, one spin, okay? Try to maintain your balance, stand nice and tall, and keep your balance over that leg so you don't fall over. It does take a little bit of practice, so if you need to pause and practice a few times, that's okay. Let's just work on that one spin. So one more time, arms all the way out. I'm gonna stick that leg out as well when I push off and spin. And I'm back, okay? Not too bad. Now let's go ahead and push it to 2. I need to push a little harder. I'm gonna kind of twist my body a little bit more, so when I push off, I really get enough momentum, right, to make that second spin. This one might make you a little dizzy. Make sure you're safe. Maybe someone should be around to catch you in case you might fall. Make sure you have that space, and let's try 2. Here we go. I'm gonna go and come back and push a little harder. 1 and 2. So I made my 2, okay? So let's try that one more time. My arms are out, pushing off on that leg. I'm gonna leave that leg out as well and go for 2. So we have 1 and 2. Notice my body does start to slow down. Kind of makes it hard to go past 2. Okay, we're gonna try and go past 2, but your arms have to stay out. Don't squeeze them in just yet, okay? Don't be afraid, just keep them out here. Just make sure you don't hit anything. So we're gonna go around. 1, 2. Not bad. My foot was in a little bit, but I seem to slow down a lot. So how can I get past that and do more than 2 spins? Well, we're gonna use that formula again called angular momentum. What that means is angular momentum is always constant. It doesn't change. So if we use a random number to represent the L in our formula, we're going to say the number 12, just a random number. Now it equals these other 2 letters when they are multiplied. So let's say the first letter represents the distance between the leg I'm standing on and the tips of my arms when they're out. So from my leg to the tips of my fingers, let's say that's about 3 feet or so. So if I have 3 multiplied times what equals 12? 4, that's right. So 3 times 4 equals 12. So the 3 that we just got is from my leg to the tips of my fingers, right? So the 4, we'll just call it our speed. So we have a speed at a level 4, okay? So 3 times 4 is our 12. The 12 will not change. So right now, when I do my 2 spins, I'm at 3 feet, so my speed is at a level 4. What if I want my speed level to be higher? Well, if I want my speed to be higher, let's say instead of level 4, let's make it a level 6. Something times 6 equals that 12, because the 12 doesn't change. The 12, or the angular momentum, is always constant. So I think 2, that's right, 2 times 6 equals 12. So in our formula for angular momentum, instead of 3 feet, what about 2 from here to here? Do you think that'll work? Or if I bring my arms all the way in to just a 1, what's 1 times what equals 12? 12, right? 1 times 12 equals 12. So that would mean if I have a distance of only 1, I should have a speed of level 12, even more. So the less distance from the center to the ends that I have, the faster I should go. Is that true? I think it is. And we're gonna try that now. We're gonna try it with our arms starting out, but as we spin, we're gonna bring our arms in to see if we speed up, and if it makes a difference. Can we get past 2 spins? Can we get to 3 spins or more? Now, because we are trying this, again, always double check that you have your personal space. Okay, so now we're gonna go for that 3rd spin. As I move, I'm gonna have my arms out, and as I go, I'm gonna slowly bring those arms in to see if it makes a difference. Will my speed go up as the distance gets smaller from the center? Wow, that was 3 and that was pretty good. If you couldn't tell, look back at it. There is a bit of a speed increase as I brought those arms in. So the 3 became a lot easier. I spun 3 times without a whole lot of effort because I took the time to bring those arms in. If we kind of get the idea that if our distance gets smaller, our speed goes up. I challenge you to see if you can break 3 spins and have fun with it. Okay, I hope you had some fun with that. Now, you don't need to really understand angular momentum to experience what it's like to spin around like a figure skater. That's where this comes from, is figure skating. And they use that knowledge to make their spins go faster. If you ever watch it on TV, you notice that when they start with their leg out, they're kind of slow. And why does it always seem like they speed up towards the end? It's because they're changing the distance from something really wide to something really narrow and small to increase their speed. They understand how it works. You just make sure that you are being safe, you have your personal space. Please make sure that you have someone to watch you so you don't hurt yourself. If you get dizzy, make sure you pause, take a moment to catch your breath before you jump back in and try another one. So I hope you had fun. I hope you don't get too dizzy, and I'll see you in the next video.